5 mil of rainfall. I'm walking the rape and the gas banger's just gone off, just on cue. Huh? It's Saturday, January the 10th. Hope everybody's well and safe, especially those in the southwest that experienced Storm Goretti. We had snow at the beginning of last week. We had frosts of -7, and then Thursday and Friday we had 25 mil of rain. So really a cold start to the week and a wet end. Busy week for everybody on the farm. We mucked all the cattle out, moved that to the fields. We had the drill out. There was a field that had a little bit of herbicide damage that we managed to stitch in a few more seeds just to thicken that up. Sprayers all caught up. Digger was doing some ditching. Combine serviced. Even though it's 5 or 6 months early, at least it's serviced, ready to go. And I spent Thursday and Friday in Oxford at the Oxford Rail Farming Conference. First time I've been to Oxford, to any of the conferences. And I have to say it was very good. I enjoyed it. Lots of speakers, lots of different talks, lots of networking going on as well in between the talks and in the evening. Really nice to catch up with a few friends. We managed to share a B&B house right in the middle of Oxford, 5 minutes walks away from the conference itself. So that was really good. I went to talks on resilience and farming with nature, building an abattoir on farm, and what that might look like, neurodiversity in agriculture. And yesterday, the morning started with a talk from the EFRA committee, talking about all the work that they're doing, trying to help government and policies. So, today, out walking the oilseed rape. This is a field of campus, established in the middle of August. We held on a little bit later than normal. It was quite dry in July and August, so we waited until there was a little bit of moisture on the radar before we planted our oilseed rape. 5 kilograms a hectare, direct drilled alongside some buckwheat. It had AstroCurb 4 weeks ago and looking fairly clean, looking well. The companion plants, the buckwheat, you can see not much left on any of the buckwheat. We've got 50 hectares of LG Avenger as well, so we're comparing the hybrid and conventional on the oilseed rape, which will be interesting when we get to harvest. Last year, our rape yielded 4.1 tonnes a hectare, which I was pleased with. It was definitely a good year for oilseed rape and winter barley. And as many know, not such good news for any other spring cereals or winter wheat. I had a question around what soil are we working with. So we're working with a clay loam. It's a Beckel series clay. We've got some areas of hand slope as well, which is a little bit more challenging. Our indices, our pH is about 7.8 to 8. And our indices, we've got P's of 2+, 3s, and our K's are about 2-. We're soil sampling every 4 years, and we're using the Land Crop Gold test, so we get the chemical, physical, and biology of the soil back. We're also doing sap analysis in the growing crop and NMIN as well. So we're doing lots of soil testing, lots of crop testing for nutrition to make sure we get that right. We're using biostimulants, certainly in the wheat, so where the high pH, and we've got high calcium as well, so we can end up with a little bit of lockup. So we're using Luxor from Unium to make sure that we get plenty of P into our wheat crops. Going back to the rape, I suppose the frost is starting to open up the canopy. You can start to see a little bit of winter dieback, and it's starting to spread spread itself a bit thinner to the ground. We've obviously got our hedgerows and our trees and everything else, so with that comes the danger of pigeons. So this week we've seen a few just starting to land in the bottom corner of that field. So we've got a gas banger going over there, just going once every 40 minutes or so, a couple of bangs just to keep the pigeons at bay. As everybody knows, once you've got over the flea beetle pressures, the pigeons start to move in, and rape can be a very risky crop to grow. But this year, I think we've got either lucky or well, whatever you wanted to call it. Looks good. We've got 100 hectares of rape. There's one or two little patches that was a little bit thinner, but I'm very pleased with how our rape is looking. This follows the winter barley, and so we take the winter barley off normally in early July and establish the rape after the barley, and then we'll straight after the oilseed rape we'll then establish a summer catch crop of buckwheat, mustards, tillage radish and phacelia. That just helps with putting a lot more roots in the ground, keeping the soil covered, capturing any nutrients. And then we'll direct drill the wheat into the summer catch crop at the end of September, early October. So, thank you for listening. I hope it was informative, and I'm hoping that actually next week somebody else from the team will do the weekly vlog. I did promise that somebody else would be doing it, but everybody's off this weekend, and I was in Oxford, so we didn't get round to it. So I came out today and done that. I hope everybody's well, has a good week. We'll be retailing our beef boxes. We've got collection on Thursday, which is very good. We've got a few cuts left, so if anybody's interested in some native red pole beef, please go onto our website, downingtonhallfarms.co.uk. You can sign up to the mailing list. You can read a little bit more about our livestock and our farming practices. And yeah, have a good week, everybody. Speak soon.